in the heart of the city that never sleeps. It's time. It's the Gunz Show! It's time for the Gunz Show.
Well, in the greatest city in the world, New York City, coming at you. My name is Gunz. This is the #1 internet iTunes show all across the globe. I'm telling you, city to city, state to state, literally country to country, and that's how we roll. Been doing this before podcasts were even around from a young age, and let's go. This is the Gunz Show. And speaking of country to country, I am so stoked because I am taking 100% credit for introducing one of my guests tonight to the United States of America. I have been interviewing Marianas Trench for years. 4 years, because I love that band. I'm happy to call them my friends now. But I, from the first time I heard like Celebrity Status, or even before that, I was like, yo, ballin', let's go. And they are still one of my favorite bands. And like many of the listeners out there, many of their fans out there, I am so amped up and jacked up that they have new music. And we're going to play some of that new music for you tonight here on the Gunz Show when we speak with Matt in just a couple minutes. Because I remember the first time that they came through, one of the first times they came through was Fred the Sickest Kids tour, the Simple Plan tour. Then I remember the one time Josh got vertigo on one of their off-date headliner shows that they did in New York City, Brooklyn, I think it was, or maybe it was downtown New York City. Just seeing them so many times, and obviously throughout their various headliner tours since then. And I am ready for Marianas Trench to not only get the credit that they deserve up in Canada, and they're huge in Canada. Let's be honest, they are rather big and popular in Canada, but I want them to dominate. I want Marianas Trench to absolutely dominate and crush it here in America. And I think, and I believe, and I hope that this album is going to do it. I'm going to do everything I damn well can to help make that a possibility by having Marianas Trench back on the Gunz Show in just a couple minutes. What's up, everybody, though, out there, as we are on a Sunday night here. It is February 17th. Hopefully you all had a great Valentine's Day. I don't even know what to even think about that holiday anymore. So anyway, I'm single. So if you didn't know, I am Gunz is single. And I read this study the other day, or not a study, a survey. The average male was going to be spending $339 on their significant other for Valentine's Day. That is wild. That is an effing car payment. If you listen, we've all been in love. God knows I've been in love. But what in the absolute F are you doing dropping over $300? What are you doing? I mean, listen, it's I understand it's important. No, it's not. It's not that important. $300 can go a long way somewhere else. In the words of the Beatles, money can't buy me love. Ain't that the truth? Although I do love money, let's be honest. But still, hence why I do not want to drop it $300 plus on some girl that I might be dating one week and then not the next, right? $300 is a lot. I mean, dinner, you figure, all right, $60, $70, $80 here in New York City. Obviously, things are more expensive, but $80 plus drinks, all right, cool. $80 a plate, $160 plus drinks, $50, $60. I mean, you're not coming close to $339. What's going on? I don't know. So anyway, hopefully you all had a great Valentine's Day out there. I did see that the company, you know, when we were all growing up and, you know, in grade school and elementary school, middle school and all that, and you get those stupid, terrible, but still kind of cool, the candy hearts. We all know what the candy hearts are. And you'd be like, oh, be mine, or thinking of you, or some shit like that. Well, I did not know this, but the company actually owned those went bankrupt. And they sold the company to somebody else. But the idiots, a.k.a. the geniuses, and by geniuses I mean dumbasses that bought it, didn't realize that when they actually bought the company that they weren't going to be able to get the product turned around in time. So that's why, if you did not see any candy hearts out there, like the real candy hearts, it's because they weren't. The real company that was bought by somebody else wasn't able to turn them around in time production-wise. You idiots. That is your main... When else are you ever getting candy hearts in your life? Except on Valentine's Day. You idiots. You blew it. Why? It's like... What can I compare it? I don't know, buying a menorah or some shit company, like not some shit, but you know what I mean, like a menorah or something company, and be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy them in May. Well, you think you're gonna turn a profit? Like, what are you like? Or no, I'm gonna buy them right before Hanukkah, but not be able to sell them. Like, what are you doing? Or like, I'm just that's wild to me. That's wild to me. So if anybody didn't get candy hearts out there, fear not. It's not your fault. It might be your fault. Maybe you're a terrible person or you're just not fun. But having said all that, like, you got to be kidding me. However, that company's so royally fucked right now because you know how many other imposters just swooped right into that candy heart game and are just ready to let go and be able to sell other candy hearts and put any messages you want on them? Not a smart move. Not a smart move. Also, Coca-Cola, I read this past week here on the Gunz Show, that they're doing this new orange cream soda flavor. No. Idiots, not happening. It's not going to work. It's like Crystal Pepsi. Crystal Pepsi, because it was clear. Like, no, that sucked. Or Mountain Dew Red, some shit, or blue. Nobody's drinking. First of all, no one's drinking Mountain Dew unless you're going to Taco Bell, and then it comes with it. But I am not going out of my way to get a red or blue Mountain, some shit fizzle thing from Mountain Dew out of my, I'm going out of my way for that. Hell no. Having said all that, we're expecting snow here in New York City, but of course this is a music show that goes all across the globe, and I'm so effing amped up and stoked because Marianas Trench will be joining us in just a couple minutes here on the Gunz Show. And then my buddy, Garden, Gardin, Garden, he is solid, he is talented, he is the real deal. And besides having huge guests here on the Gunz Show like 21 Pilots and Fall Out Boy and Dan and Shay and all sorts of artists here throughout the years, I love breaking artists and getting you, the listeners, to find out about an artist before they're huge. So that way you can listen to them, find out about them here on the Gunz Show, and then just go brag to all your friends out there. And then a year or two later, boom, you are the shit. Help me help you. You know what I mean? Gunz Show, helping all of you out there that love music. Garden is the real deal. He just wrapped up his tour with our buddy Nash out there. Love Nash. He's been on the Gunz Show in the past, and Garden is legit. And you give him some time, he is going to make some moves in this music industry. So I've got Marianas Trench. I've got Nash, both on the Gunz Show. Last week I should say, I had The Maine and Swimmers on. That was cool. Matt Nathanson on as well. Next week, I've got Andrew McMahon, New Year's Day. So many. Band Camino. If you don't know the band, oh, baby. If you don't know the band Camino, you better get your ass on board. That's why you got to follow me on Twitter at The Gunz Show, Guns with a Z, as well as the Instagram, The Gunz Show. Tell all your friends in school, tell your friends in college, tell all your friends at work. Do it. The Gunz Show. Guns is my last name. Follow me on Twitter. I don't fuck around. I've got Marianas Trench, baby. Let's go. And my buddy Garden coming up. Swimmers. Matt Nathanson. State Champs. Oh, yeah, I'm doing the State Champs tour as well. I'll be on the road with them for a couple of days. We've got Dangerous Summer. All sorts of people coming on. Let's go. We're balling, baby. It's Guns, the Gunz Show. Marianas Trench coming up next.
Adobe Radio.
So, when you have a missing sock, how long do you hang on to its partner? 9? 10 years? Adobe Radio.
Up and coming artists for iOS. This is Adobe Radio.
It's you could just shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up and kiss me. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up and kiss me. Say you want and you can tell me no and you can let me go. Or maybe if you don't, then just shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, shut up and kiss me. The higher you freak out, the more you say no. So let's get down low. Baby, don't say to me you should stay away from me, 'cause I don't want you leaving me now. You say I don't listen right, only hear just what I like, and I don't want you leaving me now. Well, you say I'm a mess, you say everything but a yes. You say you'll never take me, you say your mama hate me. Oh, you could just shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up and kiss me. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up and kiss me. Say you want and you can tell me no and you can let me go. Or maybe if you don't, then just shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, shut up and kiss me. Oh, shut, 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 shut up. You gotta shut, 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 shut up. Oh, shut, 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 shut up. You gotta shut, 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 shut up. Oh, shut, 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 shut up. You gotta shut, 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 shut up. Oh, shut, 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 shut up. You gotta shut, 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 shut up. You gotta shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Yeah, shut up and kiss me. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, shut up and kiss me. Say you want and you can tell me no and you can let me go. Or maybe if you don't, then just shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, shut up and kiss me. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Such a mouth that gets me, baby. Shut up. Yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, yeah. Don't sound like Mike did. Sound like Mike did. No, but it's alright for a white kid. Sound like Mike did. Sound like Mike did. No, but it's alright for a white kid.
And if you don't know now, you do know this is Gunz, the Gunz Show, broadcasting here, of course, Madison Square Garden, New York City. You might have heard of it before, but listen, if you've listened to the Gunz Show in the past, and shout out to those that continue to support me, but also the first-time listeners as well, this is the deal. I interview a lot of artists, and I love supporting artists, but I especially love getting in with them right when they're about to start, breaking and whatnot, or introducing new artists to you. And I was going through my archives, and the first time I interviewed this band was January 21st, 2010. Holy shit.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. And so I don't want any of I knew them when. No, I knew them when. And I'm stoked because I'm able to call him a friend. His name is Matt. He's from the band Marianas Trench. What's up, buddy? How are you, dude?
Hey, dude, I'm amazing. It's 2010?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
It was right
That's
when...
crazy.
Yeah.
And I totally, scoffed as you said that, too. I totally ruined your intro. Sorry about that.
It's all good, but yeah, I literally just went and went through. I mean, there's so many Marianas Trench interviews. Now, I don't know. I didn't click it, so I didn't listen to it. It might have been with Josh or somebody at the time. I don't know if it was with you, but that was right around when Masterpiece first came out. If you really think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's funny. I can't recall who would have done that. I mean, we've done quite a few interviews with you over the years, but regardless, man, I love that you're still interested in the band. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, listening.
Yeah, of course, man. And we were joking before. You were like, we haven't talked in a minute. Well, that's not my fault. You guys had to, you guys went and had to write a new album, which we're very stoked about, man. Tell us about this, because we officially have a release date for Phantoms. It comes out March 1st. Congratulations, my dude.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's super exciting. Obviously, this time in our lives is always I don't know. I'm so excited, man. The new record coming out March 1st. We've been locked away in the studio for the last year, basically, and haven't even seen the light of day. And we've put a record together, and we're really, really proud of it. And it's nice to finally have a date set in stone. We've got tours coming up. We've got singles coming out. We've got videos getting shot. We're getting the clothes for the stage. It's really it's just a cool time because it's like a reset and everything starts happening again. We start getting really busy and, we're rehearsing and we're practicing and we're talking we're getting the crew all organized and we're figuring out the tour bus and we're getting the trucks all loaded. And it's a really cool time. I love the start of the album cycle, man. It's awesome.
Were you getting, by the way, you can always follow the Marianas Trench. We've got a lot. There's pre-sales. There's a U.S. tour. There's tour up in Canada.
Yep.
There's so much going on. And you can tell from the excitement of me, man, because, here's the deal. Full disclosure. I have Matt and Mike's number on a group chat. And I have Josh's number, but Josh doesn't do too well in text messages. So I don't.
Don't worry, dude. Doesn't answer my text either.
So I don't text Josh too much. But Mike and Matt, even throughout the years now, but even like when we hadn't heard that much from Marianas Trench, especially here in the U.S. state side of you guys, because you guys were doing some stuff up there, recording, etc. True or false, man? Do you still? And you can be honest. Do you look forward, or were you always stoked when you would get a random text message, usually your own lyrics, Marianas Trench own lyrics, at like 1 a.m. on like a Saturday night when Gunz is probably living his best life, and just would group text you guys like something, your own lyrics? How great was that feeling?
Buddy, I live for those moments, man. I love that. Yeah, so you're not joking, dude. It's like 1, 2 a.m. And you're out, you're just ripping somewhere, and it's like, hey, I just dropped this lyric. It's trying to pick up this Chiquita. No, I'm totally joking, but no, man, I love it, dude, and that's true. Yeah, we do have a group text, and we're always. Oh gosh, yeah, it's great, man. I love it.
And I think it's kind of cool, man, because I consider you guys friends, and I know that, like, listen, you guys crush it up in Canada, but literally based on the fact that, we've been able to have you on since, 2000 for 9 years now. I'm so stoked because each time you guys come back for an album cycle or whatnot, more and more people learn about Trench, and that's cool and all. But like, I really think even with the fact that you got Only the Lonely Survive. What a great vibe of a song. Like, I think it's a great.
Thank you.
It's a cool spectrum to go. I love the guitar, especially in the breakdown, and the survive it all. You know what I mean? Like,
thanks, man. Yeah, we were going for kind of like a little Brian Eno-y thing on that one, and I think it translated pretty well. I'm actually I'm really proud of that song. It's got some cool stuff in it. Like, particularly guitar-wise, I mean, that's what I do, so I'm going to take credit where credit's due. Yeah, man, it's one of my favorite songs that we've done in a while, and I just can't wait for everybody to hear the record because it is, like, just full of awesome tracks. I feel really proud about this. I mean, everybody always says, newest record's the best one, and sure, I mean, you'll have to wait and see, or I'll have to wait and see what everybody else thinks of it. But from my perspective, I think we really nailed it on this one, man. It's like we've grown up. We lots of experience to write about. We're technically much better musicians and stuff. There's just a lot of cool elements to this record that I think we were missing before, and I'm really excited for people to hear it.
We're speaking here with Matt from Marianas Trench. It's Gunz, the Gunz Show. You can always follow me on Twitter, The Gunz Show. You can follow them. You can follow him as well. I know we've had you on. You talked about some solo stuff, kind of just to get you by. You know what I mean? Like when you were just like, all right, like, you're a musician. You got to do some stuff. So follow him. He's very talented. But we are in Marianas Trench mode 100% right now. Got to ask some questions on this album. I mean,
bring it.
Because from Ever After to Historia, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't do my vocal warm-ups today, sorry. But
that sounds like it. Yeah.
I had milk with my cereal this morning, you know what I mean? It hurts the voice.
Oh, that'll do it, man. That just ruins everybody's day.
But are we thinking with this, like, not really concept, but does it have, like, tell me about this album. Like, are we going like the same route that the previous ones did, or are we kind of doing something new with Trench?
Well, yeah, sure. It's not necessarily a concept record. I mean, we like to sort of write around a concept, and which gives us, or a theme rather, and it gives us a lot of ammunition for everything from lyrics to clothing choices on stage, production elements, the sounds that we're using in the records, the kind of images we want to portray in the videos and stuff. And so in this one, album's titled Phantoms. It's got a darker vibe to it. It's supposed to be inspired by a haunted house and someone who is inhabiting that house and it being haunted. I mean, I'll get really technical here. Being haunted by the ghost of former love is sort of where we were going with this one. I don't know, man. It popped into Josh's head, and we had been in New Orleans doing some touring down there, and we were really moved by a lot of the kind of voodoo-y sort of vibe. And I don't know, it just it seemed like a cool theme to base our album off of, and so we went from there, man.
But that doesn't mean the songs are dark at all, because you listen to only the
sure, man. Like there's some dark stuff on it, but it's typical Trench. It's the new it's the new us, man. The next evolution of the Trench. You'll hear a lot of things that you just I don't know how to explain it, man. We just write songs. It's what we do. We're not gonna make a country record. It's always gonna sound like Marianas Trench.
Love it.
Just improve,
Those
and man, it's wicked. We got tours lined up. We're coming to New York May 3rd. I think we're playing at Urban Plaza, so that'll be fun. We got a big Canadian tour coming up, and I don't know, dude. Like I said, it's such an exciting time.
In the words of Almost Famous, which is a great movie, and there's a great scene in it where everyone's listening to Tiny Dancer by Elton John. For the listeners out there that have not seen that, I immediately, once you're done with the Gunz Show, go and watch that scene on YouTube, and you will feel so much better about your life. But they say in that movie, it's all happening. And once again, man, as we speak here with Matt from Marianas Trench, it is all happening. Does it feel different now? I mean, you guys have gone through album cycles. You guys have been run around through the industry, etc. But I feel with this one, especially with the fact that you have a full U.S. tour as well, does it feel a little bit different now, or even something more to be excited about?
It's how do I say this? We obviously do really well in Canada, and we're starting to kick some serious ass in the U.S. I'm looking at these ticket sales from the tour, and they're doing really well. And we haven't been there in a long time, man. It's been I don't know,
too long.
2 years or more since. Yeah, too long. So it's incredible to me because people haven't forgotten about us, and on the contrary, they're actually quite excited about the new record, the release, and they're buying tickets, and they're getting stoked, and they're telling their friends, and they're spreading the word down there, and it's so encouraging, man. It's so exciting to be coming into another country and to have that kind of support. And we're starting to see that all over the world too, which is really cool. And I think on this record, I think it's going to give us the platform to really jump to the next level, man. I feel we got this funny joke running through the band. So this is our 5th record. And U2's 5th record was the Joshua Tree, which took them, into the stratosphere, right? And we were like, well, maybe, and their record also came out at the beginning of March. I think it was March 7th, so we might have missed it by a week. But
that's okay.
Whatever. And on top of that, our lead singer's name is Joshua. So, Joshua Tree, U2, Joshua Ramsey. You can't lose, man.
You guys have definitely put some thought into some thought went into that one. Yeah. But you know what? That's a lot of the stars aligning right there, and it's happening.
That's a hell of a lot of stars aligning right there. I'm feeling good about it, man. I think this one is gonna, it's gonna be the one that gets me the Lamborghini. That's all I really care about, Money, money, money.
All about it. Listen, man, if anything I can do to help you with that, obviously you always have a place here on the Gunz Shows. We have not only a national and international audience, and I'm just stoked, man, because, a story, I fucking love this story. But on the flip side, I only got to see, I saw you guys a couple times on that tour, but fuck, then you guys go away, and I'm like, shit, what am I going to do now? You know what I mean? Now I got to just listen to it.
We're back, buddy. Yeah. We're back, and we're gonna be hitting the U.S. hard this year. There's already talk of another tour coming up after this first one. So, we're going to be down in your neck of the woods a lot, and I'm excited about that.
I think this is the album, and I completely agree. And anything I can do to help promote it, obviously, I've been
Thank you, man.
Anything I can do to help, I'm stoked. So the album's called Phantoms. It drops March 1st. Tour starts in March, but then you come down here to the States around May. And, it's just up and coming. Let's just do it. You know what I mean? Let's go, baby. Let's go. So,
love it.
Looking forward to it, man. How's everything else going is this a point where you get anxious, or do you just want to get the heck back out there? How are you doing personally with all this?
Thank you for asking that. It's just busy. Yeah, I get a little anxious because, we we've obviously been in the studio now. We got to switch gears and learn to perform all the new songs and there's a lot of logistical stuff you got to deal with when you're getting ready for tours, and a lot of things that people don't think about aside from the rehearsing, just the production elements and getting the crew and gear and making sure all the gear's working and making sure, like this, we got a Canadian tour starts like March 3rd and we're going out and it's bloody freezing up here. So I got to make sure I got all my long johns washed and that crap. But, man, it's, once I get all that, the suitcase packed and the gear's sent off and the ready to go and then I can start to relax and just get excited about going out on the road because that's like my favorite thing to do. I want to be out playing. I want to be in front of our fans and I miss them dearly. And it's time to rock, man.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, Matt, you've always been a good friend throughout the years. Give my best to the rest of the guys. I'm sure we'll keep that group text going, obviously. And thank you so much also for supporting the Gunz. You know what I mean? Like, I know, every time you're here on the East Coast, like, boom, that you got me as a friend there, throughout the years. So that's cool, and I really do appreciate that. I interview thousands of artists, and I've always fucking believed in you guys. And I think this is, I agree with you, man. The stars are all aligned, you know what I mean, for this one to hit. And let's just do it,
Thanks,
baby.
Man.
Let's just do it. Sound
Thanks,
good?
guys. Oh, we really appreciate your support, buddy. You've been there for us in our corner for a long time. We really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
That's our buddy Matt from Marianas Trench. You can pre-sale you can buy pre-tickets for their upcoming tour. You can pre-order the album, all sorts of bundles, all sorts of packages. And let's go with Phantoms, baby. March 1st. Sound good?
Awesome. Cool.
Matt, my man, keep in touch, dude. Thank you for joining the Gunz Show once again.
And thanks, buddy.
I've been somewhere like this before, to a place where don't make sense together anymore. And if you're saying this is the end, honey, I knew you win. The first night in our first place, we ate on the floor while summer twilight ricocheted. And it was easier back then. Honey, I knew you win. I've been loving you too long to just suddenly move on from this. We said it way too much to just let it make a mess of us. I knew you cabin on a rainy coast, where you said forever's not enough while we were close. But many years from now since then, honey, you knew me when. I've been loving you too long to just suddenly move on from this. And we said it way too much to just let it make a mess of us. I knew you were. I'm sure you're wondering, is this a new beginning or the start of another end? But if you wanna try again, honey, I'll know you then. Honey, I'll